Good morning, class. You're all very welcome to CSPE, your favourite class of the week, I'm sure. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been studying the concept of law, as I'm sure you recall. So far, we've covered subtopics such as international law, types of law, criminal and civil, and we started into the court system during last week's lesson. In order to enhance your learning of the court system, I've organised a field trip. And the field trip is to Cork Circuit Court, which is a courthouse in Cork City. So, why have I chosen to bring you to Cork Circuit Court? How is it going to benefit you? The reason or rationale behind the field trip is to enhance student learning of the key concept of law by venturing outside of the classroom and experiencing its real-life applications. In other words, you will experience learning on this trip that you will not get from a book. The trip will also cater to a variety of learning styles, so whether you learn best from reading, writing, watching, listening, or doing, you will gain something from this trip. So, like we do before every lesson, we set goals or learning outcomes that we aim to achieve during the field trip. The minimum that I hope every one of you to take away from this trip are to know what a courtroom looks like, to have learned about the people in court, to have experienced the proceedings of a trial. Okay, so although this is a CSPE field trip, you will also learn bits and pieces from it that relate to your other subjects. For example, you will learn about the history of the court itself, when it was built, various renovations since its establishment, etc. In regards to the location of the courthouse, it is situated on Washington Street in Cork City. And for any of the geography students in the class, you will be familiar with ordinal survey maps such as these. And for anyone who may not be familiar with the layout of Cork City, those of you who have been to Cork before may remember the McDonald's at the end of Patrick Street. Well, the courthouse is only about a 5-minute walk from there. So, what to expect when we get to the courthouse? Well, for many of you, this will be your first time in a courthouse, although you may already have preconceived ideas of what to expect. Once we arrive, we'll be given a guided tour around the courthouse, where a tour guide will provide you with information about the building and will be able to answer any questions you may have regarding it. As well as the guided tour of the building, we will also be given access to one of the courtrooms and will have the unique opportunity to sit in on a session. From this, you will get to witness the proceedings of a court in session. You will experience what really goes on in court and also what does not go on in court. Once the field trip has come to an end, we will revisit the learning outcomes projected beforehand to determine whether the trip was a success or not. We will also determine whether you attained cross-curricular elements from the trip. Now that you've been briefed, you can all look forward to the field trip next week. Yay!